I hounded him like, bro, let's just do it. Like, you keep contemplating this and that. If you're gonna do something, if you have an idea, the execution is more important.
Man, ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Like I really pushed him. I was like, bro, you're thinking about it too much. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the backdrop looks like. It don't matter if the lights. Just get the content out first, and as you move on, you'll say, oh, I can. Like we talked about mics for 4 weeks straight, and he was like, damn, the mics was only like $10. I'm like, bro, you could have been got the mics.
This is the Gentleman's Club podcast, and we are back with a brand new episode. Before we say anything, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below. And remember, we're giving away weekly giveaways every week, every Wednesday. So make sure you drop your Cash App or Venmo in the comments, okay? So we got a very, very, very special guest, of course. He's been here before. He already a regular. My boy Maso. We back. You know what I'm saying?
The originals.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally like
the OGs.
Literally the OGs, man. If you go back to my very first episode, man, this nigga Maso. It's me, bro. and keep it frank, man. Shit, that's my first 1K views was Maso. You know what I'm saying? So for some reason the people love Maso. Yeah. It ain't gonna hold you. I be hanging around Maso. It's more than just the views, Maso. For real. Nah. But
I appreciate you having me, bro.
Of course.
That's love, man.
Of course. Yeah. And yeah, before we start, you already know.
Salute. Oh, Lord.
See, that's perfect.
What was that?
All right, man. So I just want to get into it, man. I just really want to get into it. My boy got a very, very, very important week coming up. He got his art show, and I think it's like his fourth year.
Year 4, man.
Year four. He got an art show coming out in Atlanta. I'm gonna drop his ad down in the comment box and also down on the screen. So make sure you're ready to support my man's. I'll be there. I mean, he got you are, and then the cool thing about Mason, man, he got students in there working the doors. I think last year you had the students in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Had the students in there working the doors. I mean, it's a whole thing. You gotta
want me to just talk about it?
Please.
Okay.
Please. Start from the beginning. Tell everybody what it is and how just give detail on the art show.
So basically, of course, y'all, I'm Maso Moon, founder, CEO of Artist Blood Creative Group. I work with my business partner, Bryson Dorsey, and his business is Be Indoor Sports. And I also work under him as a collective. And Martin Luther King weekend, we have basically like a 4-day weekend. Saturday being Art of Sport. It's our year 4 Art of Sport. Is a award ceremony / art show, ESPYs type vibe where we honor sports influencers, coaches, athletes, student athletes around the Atlanta metropolitan area, but also have feature artists from around Atlanta with art that's focused on sports with open bar, 3-course meal, live performances, and we're doing it at City Hall. So that'll be January 13th on Saturday. Then Sunday, we have the celebrity charity basketball game at KIPP Collegiate High School. And on the west side, man, you come out, we got all types of celebrities. That's going to be on Sunday. And then Monday, we have a basketball tournament / community day at the YMCA, the Carver YMCA on the west side. And where we give back, that's our give back portion, where we give out book bags, donate money, and also have a brand basketball tournament as well. So, yeah, man, come on out. If you're in the city, you want great vibes, want to be around great people, network, and you want to see some dope artwork.
Yeah, for sure. And once y'all get clicking and clicking around on the screens and stuff like that, you're going to really see how, like, high class this shit really is. Like, and for me to know Maso outside of the art show, well, I knew Maso first before the art shows and everything that he gets into the city. And man, I'm telling you, this is some high level content, it's high level art, it's high level people in the room. And you definitely should support, man. I'm definitely gonna be there. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my bread down. I'm coming. I'm gonna have my family there too. Me and my wife, we're gonna pull up. And my first question with the art show is like, how did you start? Like, what gave you the idea of it? Like, where did it come from?
Well, we always try to do one-off events. Majority of my business partners, we all started in throwing parties, the club scene in Atlanta,
Yeah,
and at college as well too.
yeah,
But we want to kind of stray away from doing those events. They kind of got played out.
Yeah.
Nightlife, club is just not necessarily boring, but it's just a reoccurring thing.
yeah.
And we was like,
Revolving door.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's like, hey, let's do different events. Let's do things that are meaningful, but also tie into community based.
yep,
And me being the specialist in art, because I'm an artist, I said, hey, my boy Bryson, he does sports, I do art. I said, hey, let's come up with an event that we can cater to sports and also art, but let's make it classy.
right. It's very classy.
And we always want to give people their flowers. Right. So what can we do that will give people their flowers who don't usually get recognition, but also feature the artists in Atlanta, and that can put everybody on the pedestal where it's a win-win situation. Yeah. So that's how we came up with Art of Sport. Like I said, this is our 4th year. We're getting bigger and better. We have huge sponsorships. We're sponsored by Jack Daniels.
I was about to say
Hildora, Stella Rose, Prime Water, Aluna Nu. The list goes on. But man, City Hall, you know, and it's growing each and every year, bro. I can be nothing but grateful just to be, you know, seeing my baby
for real
grow larger and larger. So
for real,
it's pretty dope.
That's that entrepreneurship lifestyle, you know. So once you commit to something, you know, once you get that movement and that motion, it's kind of like that frequency start just falling in. You know, you start finding support. You start figuring out what you need to do in order to get everything rolling. And more about the art show. What's some of the people that because I seen a lot of, you know, I seen who getting awards, and especially last year too. I think you had like the #1 player in the country in there,
Isaiah Collier.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, he killing right now too.
Killing. He was a recipient last year. This year we have Ty Young. She played in WNBA.
Yes.
You know,
I'm a fan of Ty Young.
Ty Young is she's a savage.
Yeah, and she's a great person.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of her off the court.
We have my guy Kyrie. He trains Anthony Edwards, Trae Young. He's a well-known basketball development player, coach in the league. We have Sheldon Holloway, who is he was the head coach for the first all-black high school golf state champions at Charles Drew High School. We got Des Stiegel, who is one of the most winningest baseball coaches in Atlanta. Out of Douglas County. We got some people, man.
Yeah, that's good detail, cause like I said, I was a fan of last year. That's why I'm already invested in whatever Maso does, cause I already seen a lot of last year. I wasn't able to get there last year, but I was in the school system. The kids told me all about it. And like I felt like I missed something, but this year I told them last year I ain't missing this year. So the lineup is there. The high level people in the room. If you want to network, if you want to meet some people, even if you just want to see some people be entertained,
pop out, man.
Oh yeah, and the #1 thing, the food.
We got food. 3-course meal.
3-course meal, and the price ain't even crazy. Like what? $50
ticket. $50 ticket get you open bar. You get 3-course meal. Of course, you get the experience. We got this year for our entertainment, man. We got a musician, a violinist. I mean, a person who plays the violin.
A violinist.
Yeah,
you said it right.
I said it right.
Yeah,
it felt weird. It felt so weird.
You said it right.
Of course, we have a live singer as well. But man, we're just trying to give people a different experience, bro.
Yeah,
like I don't know many events that's going on like this.
Yeah,
at this magnitude and people that is doing it, not necessarily at my age, but just of our color.
Yeah, and let's not discredit. Yeah, at your age, you know what I'm saying. Bro. This is something that's like really growing. Anyway, I'm bringing the camera. So I'm bringing the camera. You think I'm about to get in there and not get footage of this?
Bring them out.
So of course, man, y'all make sure y'all come out support that. And off that, let's back it up, because I think we jumped on level 3 when I gotta start and let them know exactly who Maso is.
If you a Gentleman's Club follower, this is for you. I'm giving away $50 to a brand new subscriber every week. All you have to do, subscribe and comment below your Cash App or your Venmo. And if you're looking for weekly advice, every Wednesday, 7 p.m., the club is dropping a brand new episode. And if you're an NBA guy, every Thursday, I'm streaming live all NBA at 7 p.m. Turn on your notifications and subscribe right now.
Now, I know y'all seen him on the first podcast, the very first episode, I think the second. Well, you probably on pretty much my first, probably like 4, 5 episodes. Like, we used to meet up in the classroom for real. Like, we got in trouble for meeting up in the classroom for real.
We would literally not necessarily sneak away, but we would take the time out to make sure we shot some content. It became a weekly routine for us. We just wanted to start something and make sure that, like I told him, I hounded him like, bro, let's just do it. Like, you keep contemplating this and that, bro. If you are gonna do something, if you have an idea, the execution is more important.
Man, ain't even
just
gonna hold you, bro.
Like, I really pushed him. I was like, bro, you're thinking about it too much. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the backdrop looks like. It don't matter if the lights. Just get the content out first, and as you move on, you'll say, okay, I can make this better. I can, like, we talked about mics for 4 weeks straight, and he was like, damn, the mics was only like $10. I'm like, bro, you could have been got the mics.
Nah, for real. And you know what's crazy, man? My last episode was I kind of brought up a little bit of frequency and being very detailed and everything like that in my content. But I think that the biggest thing that gave me the energy I needed was that talk with you. And when you said, bro, hey, everybody be worried about it. And when I say this, you're going to remember when you saying this too. You was like, everybody worry about the fucking aesthetics. You won't start nothing until the aesthetics are there. And like, that voice in my head has stuck. And if you don't remember, I'll paint this picture more. We was in my classroom.
Mm-hmm.
My desk was pushed up on the wall.
Yep.
You had just set your desk up in my class. That's when we had first started finding out we was going to be sharing the same classroom. And I mean, I remember yesterday, like I said, this is something that sticks in my head. And he watched me set this shit up, and you could probably tell it different. And he taught to me about aesthetics and worrying about the details and doing all this little stuff before you even get the engine going. And that's what got me going into the podcast. And that's what got me learning, hey, this is what I got to adjust on. This is the motion that I got to do. Like, the little details do matter. But without that engine, without you going out there and doing it every single day, you would never know that.
Yeah, man.
So without that speak, I never would have jumped out there for real.
Yeah, a lot of people think that the planning is them in motion. Like, just because you plan something or you have it all, if you don't take the necessary steps to put your plan in action, it'll never work. So you can sit here and say, hey, I need 6 lights. All right. So you're going to wait till you get your 6 lights to start recording?
Right.
Right. I don't care if you got 1 light, 0 lights.
Let's go.
Hit play on that camera.
Yeah.
Get to talking. Yeah. Then you'll come back and be like, oh, I need 1 light here, then a light here. Make the adjustments as you go. Because if you don't do that, it won't get in motion. Yeah. You won't know what you need for real. Yeah. That's the most important thing. Once you get started rolling, then you can come back and edit.
Yeah. And that goes back to that actually is a good transition into what I really want to get into, because I'll give you a little snippet of me. I'm more of a blue collar. And what blue collar is, I come up with a job application. I fill out my job application. I have it. I have my resume ready. I'm trying to get a job. I'm gonna get it out of the mud. I'm gonna get it from signing up for the application. I'm gonna work. But when I'm at Maso, the blue collar was second to whatever he was doing. Like, it was clear as day. Mm-hmm. And that entrepreneurship mindset is something that, through conversation, he has rubbed that off into me, and just, like you said, just jumping out there. That's that entrepreneurship mindset, bro. Because when you are an entrepreneur, you think you need all of these things, but you got to learn first. And through the journey, you'll learn and you'll get better. And if you're not pushing yourself, you won't get better. But as long as you're going through your journey, you push yourself, you'll get better. And I got that little piece of information from Maso. So I want to talk about a little bit more about entrepreneurship, because my vision, and probably majority of my subscribers and viewers and family members, especially on Facebook, they're all blue collar workers. But I want them to learn about entrepreneurship, because when you work on blue collar, that's cool. But if you want to get to the next level, or you want to get to another phase in your life, another phase of yourself that you've never seen before, you got to take risks. And with those risks come entrepreneurship. And through entrepreneurship, you only get entrepreneurship or an idea from a higher power. And if you watch my last episode, I brought that up. A higher power. And Maso, I truly believe that the visions that you have are not from me, not from any family member that you have. It was given to you sacredly. So I want to go through that. I want to talk about that because I believe in you. I believe in your vision, and not because of who I like, because I'm watching you move. That's the difference. I'm not a words guy. Yeah. I'm an action motherfucker. You can bullshit me all day.
It's how you act.
It's how you act.
It's how you act.
I don't give a damn what you got to say, but I want to get into that more. What made you get into entrepreneurship first? Because I know that was first one. You probably had a job, but you.
Yeah, I had. I mean, when I got out of college,
start from the beginning.
Yeah,
man. When I got
out of college, I got my degree in civil engineering, construction management, and of course, I went straight into engineering or project managing, estimating, and of course, it was all fine and dandy. I got fired from 2 jobs, and it just felt like it wasn't sitting right in my soul. It's like, I can't work for nobody. Like, this can't be life.
Right.
Like, this can't be fulfilling. Like, the money was beautiful, bro. I was getting probably 6 bands a month. You know what I mean? I got paid every Friday. But for me, it wasn't even about the money, because I was spending the money going out, drinking liquor, like, you know what I mean? Going to the club.
That'll take me.
Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, I had to, self-reflect and realize that I actually had skills. A lot of people don't have skills that they can fall back on. And that's why they get not necessarily stuck in the rat race, but they have to confine to the idea of being a blue collar worker, or going to a job on a daily basis, or confining to something that they don't love to do. And it's unfortunate, but it's not an excuse, because there are several outlets that you can take and say, like, hey, I love furniture. Right. You can style furniture and make bread off of cars. You know what I'm saying? You can wash cars. There's so many outlets that you can take on. But for me, it was art. And it was something that I had always done since I was in elementary school, but I never thought about monetizing it. And even taking it back, my freshman year in college, I went to West Georgia. My major was visual arts. And
I'm at West Georgia too.
And one of my professors told me, she was like, you won't make any money unless you're an art teacher. Like, you won't make money in art. And it kind of discouraged me, because my idea was I was gonna be designing buildings. I was gonna be putting paintings everywhere, traveling the world, and that was just me taking somebody else's idea of what they wasn't able to do. And at a young age, I just listened to it and I held on to it, and it pushed me to go another route. But like you said, our thoughts, our visions, and our ideas come from a higher power. That was God's,
aligning you.
He aligned me to transition right back into where I need to be. And after I went through a couple of years in the workforce, I went straight back into my art business. And it came from a moment, an 8-month span where I didn't have no job. I was sitting in the crib,
just cooking.
I wasn't really doing nothing, bro. I was just
cooking.
I was just sitting there trying to figure out what was my next move. I was still getting paid because I had, unemployment. The check was still coming in, so I was really just chilling for real. And then it was like somebody posted something on Twitter. I'll never forget. She's like, it was a AKA. She was like, hey, can anybody paint this? And I was like, I can paint it. How much you want to do for it? She was like 150 or something. I'm like
Anything.
150.
Yeah.
Cook that joint up in an hour.
Yeah.
Hour, 2 hour.
Yeah.
Showed it to her. Sent the bread over. I was like, oh, that was
Easy.
That was easy.
Yeah.
I could do this.
Yeah.
Nigga, the next week, I think I had somebody asked me, hey, have you ever did a sip and paint? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I never did a sip and paint.
That's key.
Never did a sip and paint in my life, but I can paint.
Listen. Yeah.
I've seen it. It can't be that hard.
Yeah.
And this is kind of when I got into the event curating. This is where I started. I'm like, okay, I gotta get the supplies.
Yeah.
I gotta
That's it.
set it up. I gotta set up the table.
That ain't got nothing to do with art.
Yeah, this is all back office.
Hustle.
Back, yeah,
That's
this all behind the scenes work.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I didn't know, but I knew how to paint.
Yeah.
I did a sip and paint. It was like 12 people, where I made like $800. I was like, bro, this could be a jug.
Yeah.
Man, that following month, I posted the content of the sip and paint. I had a videographer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It came
Getting
out,
all the details.
posted it. Guess
Yeah.
what? Inquiries coming in. My next sip and paint, it was 150 kids. It was for my high school. So I went from not working for 8 months, got 2 art gigs in a matter of 2 months, and then the next art gig I got paid damn near $5,000.
Now, mind you, let's not forget. He just said he sat in the house for almost 8 to 9 months. Not did nothing. You and I refer those moments as times where you could, because as a man, you can't stop who you are.
Nah,
you can't stop who you are. You can sit on this couch as much as you damn want, but you a man at the end of the day. At the end of the day, and you're a provider, you a hustler, and your motor is crazy. It don't matter. You can sit on that couch as long as you want, but your mind gonna run because of that's just who you are. So my thing is, don't be afraid of the journey. I think that the vision is way bigger than what we see now, and through the show, the art shows, even just through the sip and paints, the vision's gonna get bigger. Those are nothing but like
that's just one service.
That's what I was about to say.
It was just one service.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, bro, you have your main base of what you think you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then what they say, you make plans and God laugh.
Yes. Yes.
So you kind of I don't want to say you shift with the wave, but yeah, you kind of, as long as it aligns with the main purpose, you can run with it.
Right.
And I think it just felt right in play.
Yeah.
I didn't shift. It didn't alter my track.
Yeah.
It was still what I was trying to do, and you see the potential you have, but if you don't, like we talked about, if you don't take the action, you won't really know what you can really do.
Right.
And for me, all in all, I said, okay, if I'm going to be an artist, I can't just be a level 1 artist.
Right.
I have to be an art guru.
Right.
Everything.
That's everything. Yeah.
Every umbrella, I can touch it.
Yeah.
I should be able to sit in all industries and be like,
and have some type of understanding.
I see where I can input my skill set. I see the value I have. I should be able to sit at any table, right? I should be able to sit at any table and bring my value for it and show you how I can make this better.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that with your skill or your job or your service,
that limits you.
Yeah, you're hindering yourself. I mean, you can run that category, but if you don't know how to expand and scale it, then you kind of just gonna be
sitting in that same.
Content. You're gonna be content.
Yeah, and I think everything is a journey. Everything is a journey to the end vision that you have for yourself. Let me ask you this: what vision do you have for yourself in this entrepreneurship journey, in this art journey? Like, what vision do you have for yourself? If you were to look at yourself in 10 years, because we young as hell.
I hope you're enjoying this brand new episode of the Gentleman's Club. But first,
like
Make sure
amazing.
you subscribe to the
It
channel
takes a level of
right
maturity.
now.
It takes a
And
level
also,
of,
every week I'm giving away free
it takes a
money
level of
to a
maturity.
brand new subscriber.
It takes a level
$50.
of,
Make sure you like, subscribe,
and
and
it takes a
comment below
level
your
of,
Cash App, and I get you your funds
take L's
weekly
and know that
to a
they're coming.
brand new
But,
subscriber. Click now.
Shit hurt, bro.
Yeah, and it takes a level of, let me say this, crazy assness. Is that a word? You gotta be crazy.
You gotta.
Let me tell you about this dude, bro.
You gotta have a little edge on you.
He said there was one time he said he brought up a scenario. If you were to, and I want you to answer this question too. If you were to, you were promised let's just say Jay-Z's gonna be in a room in Texas. You only got money for the plane flight, for the flight. You only got money for the flight. And not Jay-Z, let's just say your highest artist. Mm-hmm. He's an artist and he's in this spot that you got to get on a plane to go and do. But you at work. And you know you got to work. You can't even take off. But you know that this person's here and you know that you might be able to talk to this guy and you might be able to connect and you might be able to get some money off this event. And not only that, you are a part of the event, but also this is a great networking event. This is a scenario that he painted up for me. He said, would you go fly to the event, take that risk of making a connection, not making the connection? Or would you stay at work? Like I said from the beginning, I'm blue collar. I gotta get the money. I'm staying I ain't taking no risk, I ain't got time for them. I ain't even in a position to take them. But tell us your perspective on that and go into detail about that risk that you said that you would take, because being in entrepreneurship, it's a risk. There's highs, there's lows. And give me detail about what type of guts it takes to go and do something like that.
Really, you just have to sell out for yourself. You have God gave you a vision, so He'll never leave you or forsake you. Anything God shows you, that means He wants you to have it. Once He shows you, it's tangible. Once you see it, all right. So I would be doing myself a disservice, or I would be disrespecting my faith if I played with or toyed with the idea of, oh, I'm not going on that trip, or I want to stay for my job. No, God said, hey man, I showed you you're going to be one of the best artists in the world.
Yeah.
That means you need to act, and see, or be around the best artists in the world. You have that opportunity, take it.
Yeah.
You work over here. That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I promise you, they'll be here when you get back. This opportunity won't be there. So,
walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Not by sight.
Walk
by faith, not by sight.
So you have to go all in and bet on yourself. Not even bet on yourself. Just do it. Like the thing for 2024 is just execute. Yeah. Do more. Take those chances. And it's not even a chance. It's a lesson.
It is a lesson.
Like you some people be like, I don't want to take a risk. It's not a risk, because at the end of the day, you learn something from that.
Yeah.
Say you fly out there, you get there, you didn't get to meet the person that you was going to see.
Yeah.
But you meet somebody else.
Yeah.
Now you made a connection. Then now, nothing is a wasted trip.
Yeah.
Everything is working in your advantage. Everything is working out for your good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a Bible verse. I forget what it is. All things work out for those who believe. I'm probably butchering that verse. Don't quote me.
I'll put it down.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about that. Like, I know it's a risk. Like I said, entrepreneurship is a risk, and I love the fact that we own taking a risk in entrepreneurship because it takes a certain mindset. I think for me personally, I had to develop that mindset. I think the way my life was set up, well, not even like how my life was set up, but the way I wouldn't even say mistakes that I made, but the way my life has unfolded, it gave me less room for risk. But entrepreneurship is all a risk, and it's all an up and down journey. Tell me about the lowest position you ever been in your entrepreneurship journey. What's the lowest spots you've been in your entrepreneurship journey? And I know you've been there because it's entrepreneurship.
Man, I've been low so many times, it becomes a norm. Like, it's really a roller coaster. You have your highs, your lows, your valleys, your mountaintops on a continuous basis. One moment you can be up 30K and then turn around and be back to under $2,000 because you have to bet and invest on yourself. Until you get to a point where your services, your skill, your value is paying you residually. Right. But that takes time, bro. Yeah. It really does. And it doesn't happen overnight. And you can't expect that off rip you're gonna be
off right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
even rockets have to fall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even rockets have to fall. Just because they shoot off quick, that's what they die out.
Yeah.
And everybody will tell you that. A lot of people, you can talk to millionaires. A lot of millionaires be like, "Oh, I just became a millionaire at 45."
Yeah.
So what happened from 20 to 45? What happened? Well, I was going through it. Mm-hmm. They just not getting up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you can't avoid the work, man. You can't avoid the work as much as you want to, as much as that vision is so touchable, you know, it be right there. Every time you go to sleep, every time you think about what you're doing, and it's like that vision of yourself is like right there. And it's like, damn, like what I gotta do to grab it. And like you gotta remember, in order to grab it, you gotta put the work in. You gotta start from the bottom. You gotta take L's. You gotta know what L's feel like. He already said, I'm numb to it to a point. And in entrepreneurship, I truly believe that you gotta be numb to L's because in that journey it's gonna be ups and downs. And then not only that, you're gonna start with one vision, and then you're gonna end up in a total different avenue of that, still doing the same thing, but of that same role. You're gonna be in a totally different avenue, totally different position in your life. And honestly, I was blessed to have that talk with him because I'm, like I said, I'm more blue collar, I'm more straightforward, and that risk sounded honestly just unbelievable. I would never, you know what I'm saying? But I took a risk. I took a risk. When I jumped out there and I showed that first podcast, now that I look back at it, I want to delete it off my shit so bad. But I just won't because
it's where you started.
It's where I started. And
you gotta see where you came from, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta be able to look back and be like, okay,
we moving. And not only that, man, when you start putting in that work and you start starting to improve and you never taking your foot off the gas, now mind you, I took my foot off the gas. But if you never take your foot off the gas, then you start to learn, you start to figure out what I gotta do. Like he said, put a light over here, do this, do that. Now I look at my videos now and the kickback on these videos that I'm shooting for this season 2 is crazy.
It's crazy.
My kickback right now is crazy.
Your IG clips, everything, the quality, the zoom ins, the captions, the marketing posts, the giveaways. It's like, bro, you really stepping into it, and I'm just on the outside looking in. Of course, I'm a part of it as well, but
of course,
just seeing the progress and the willingness to do the work.
Yeah,
I appreciate you for doing it.
Yeah,
because I remember you was very reluctant to be like, bro, I just need to be perfect. No, like you know what you need to do. You have plenty of examples.
Yeah.
There's bro, it's more.
Yeah.
It's more.
And I
It's
did
more
the
than a million
research.
podcasts on YouTube, bro.
Man.
I don't want to hear that you cannot, or you don't have example. You don't know how to do something. It ain't even about searching on YouTube how to start a podcast, bro. It's so much examples for you to be like, okay, oh, mine don't even have to look like that.
Right.
It can look something like that. You can
Right.
take bits and pieces and make it for you.
Right. And the uniqueness of the Gentlemen's Club is I want to interview, I want to have people on who are just entrepreneurs, blue collars, all type of men who want to give you the perspective of how to get through life without certain things. What I want to do now is I want to ask you a real personal question. I want to figure out, like, paint your demographics for me. I want to tell me where you from. Like, where did it all start? What was the picture of Maso when he's at 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, and becoming an artist and all that stuff? Like, where are you from? Like, tell me that. Like, start from there. Like, where you from? And what's your dynamics in the household too?
I'm a real East Atlanta native from Decatur.
Yeah. I love Decatur too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always end up in Decatur, bro.
Decatur.
Probably because I only hang around Mason.
Decatur, where is greater, bro?
Nah, I always in East Atlanta. Dang,
East
I
side,
really
man.
be on
20 East,
East side
20
all
East,
the
man.
time.
You want to get to my crib, 20 East. That's all you gotta do is a straight shot. It's the straightest highway in Atlanta.
East Atlanta.
Yeah.
East Atlanta. Yeah. Did you have how do you feel about the guidance, like, in entrepreneurship?
I didn't have any.
Yeah.
I'm capping. I'm capping. I've seen a lot of spurts. My dad was he was in the school system as well. My family's real deal in education, but side hustling. My dad used to sell T-shirts, shoes, water. He used to sell everything.
Yeah, he was a hustler.
He was a hustler, bro.
Yeah.
DVDs.
And I see that in you too.
You know what I'm saying? So I seen the idea of your job is not your only source.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma, she used to make T-shirts, do numbers, babysit. She did everything. Hustling. My mom too. She had a couple jobs on top of being a principal. My mom used to work at the mall. She was a principal.
While she was
a principal, she was working at Stonecrest Mall. She was working at a store called Cache. And
Stonecrest Mall is my favorite mall in Jordan. I love Stonecrest Mall,
real?
bro. I love Stonecrest Mall.
Why you love Stonecrest so much,
bro? It's perfect.
I mean, it is cool.
It's perfect.
It's cool.
You got everything. Only thing you don't have is designer. But anyway, go ahead.
It's cool. But I seen the hustle. I used to sell candy in school. It's just I knew that I could make money on my own. Right. And but I never really had my people. It's kind of just like you were saying. They always talked about security. Doing the right thing, not necessarily playing it safe.
Yeah.
I told somebody the other day I never had no example of somebody that was a millionaire that was so close to me. Right. So when the idea came to, like, y'all look, I don't have my case on right now, but I carry a $100 million in my back pocket, and people always tell me, like, why you got $100 million? I was like, because nobody even exposed me to that thought.
Right.
So if nobody thought of it, and I have that thought, who am I looking up to?
Right.
I'm the first person to think it that's around me.
Right.
So now I have to look elsewhere. Yeah. Now my hustle gonna be different.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to reach and attain is gonna be different. It's gonna look crazy to the people around me.
Yeah, it is.
So I can't expect them to give me guidance.
Right.
Their ideas and their thoughts is gonna go against what God showed me.
Yeah. It's just not gonna match up.
It's not gonna match up.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want to listen to my peoples.
Right.
It's
don't
just
see your vision.
they don't see it. It's not for them.
They don't see your vision.
It's not for them. They'll understand later.
Yeah. And they can probably understand it too.
But once I start putting out the products, it's like, oh, this nigga doing this shit.
Yeah.
He doing art show. Oh, he in Miami Art Basel. This is yearly.
Yeah.
He a 5K? How did you think about this?
Yeah.
Oh.
This nigga do a 5K, bro.
Oh yeah, I do all types. I do all types of events. But it's like,
do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
you can't expect people to who haven't thought of something that you're trying to attain to help you get to where you need to be. So you need to find people that's like-minded on the same energy, the same frequency as you. Um, Somebody that's already, we used to say the pile theory. Follow the person with the biggest pile of money in that area that you're trying to get to, and see what they've done and follow it.